Hello and welcome to The Corner. I'm the Frosted Glass, and I'm joined by my fellow Alabaster Savages, Jack Gunsky.
So, I'm making a hentai. I'm starting a crowdfunding for a hentai. It's gonna have Terry in it. It's called Terry Senpai. Who's in with me?
Oh dear God.
Not me.
Probably Sun, but anyway,
You know what's
Moonshock.
bad when your titular character can't even be bothered to be put in it.
Well, yeah, but he's tsundere.
Yeah.
He'll come around.
Tsundere, I thought he was straight. Anyway, Moonshock.
Yes, group me in with all of this lovely hentai conversation because that's what I do.
Terry Diamantis.
I mean, doesn't everyone?
Hey everyone.
And this week's special guest, Inquisitor 8.1.
Hello.
Now, question: were all of versions 1 through 7 and 8.0 were they all failures?
Yeah. I'm the one that perfected it.
Got it.
Mhm.
Alright, well, there's one thing that's been weighing on my mind for the past, week or two.
Oh,
And I'm sure you guys all agree with me. And,
Absolutely.
and that's that I'm sick of hearing the word pussy as a slang word.
Stop being such a pussy.
Oh, shut up, you pussy.
No, that's
Fucking
PU.
pussies.
That's PU star psi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Star psi.
It could be anything. It might be putsy.
Yeah, it could be perksy. For all we know.
Pubsy.
It's Pugsley. They hate the Adams family.
It is. It's Pug. Okay, officially we cannot. You have to say
No,
Pugsley whenever it says
No. That
There's
ends
no
with
L.
LY.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's Bubsy Bobcat ripoff Pubsy.
Ah.
Well, everyone does hate Bubsy, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Why slang words
Wait.
Oh.
Hold on. I just realized they have the wrong number of letters.
That's what we're joking about.
Oh. So what the fuck it's their title though.
Well, you have to also remember that this was also written by a person with only one name, so that's probably why they're confused because they couldn't find their other name.
Maybe it's Pussy.
There's 3 S's.
Or Putsy.
Yeah, I think putsy is it.
I cannot believe this person actually put in an extra asterisk. That's sad.
Pussy.
Well,
Pussy.
it's a big pussy.
It's a Grand
It requires 3 S's.
There was a joke in Predator once that said, "Geez, you got a big pussy. Geez, you've got a big pussy." Because the echo, it was so big. Never mind.
Why slang words are always directed at women's genitals.
That doesn't make it sense as a question. It should say, "Why are slang world?" Or
So
yeah.
the person got a typo in the headline and in the subtitle.
Okay, that is by
shut
far
up, Vivian. You're
the
such
coolest.
a fucking cunt.
Look at that neon light. That is by far the coolest neon light. Of course, that could be like a flame, but
No, that's a neon light. It's totally a neon light.
Hey Moon, why do you have all those burns on your dick? What?
Is this the equivalent of a female fed?
Oh my God.
When was the last time you heard someone hurl one of the following cusses at someone? Pie, kut, va, muff,
I was
and son of a b.
I was just calling someone a va the other day.
Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Pussy, cunt, vagina, motherfucker, BC. What?
Bitch cunt.
Bitch cunt.
Bitch? What?
I've
Who
Who
never
the hell
heard
uses bitch cunt?
Yeah, I've never heard someone called a bitch cunt.
I have heard it before, but it's very rare.
No, that's
Also, when do you call someone a vagina? I mean,
Yeah.
I've heard it. I've heard it, but it's usually very. I don't know. It's not what I think of when I think of cursing someone out.
Jack, stop being a
Well,
vagina.
Yeah, exactly. That's the exact use of it. Is it's a not as a serious insult. It's like mocking an insult.
Well, that.
Well,
that
no,
one-
you're not.
Vagina.
You're not allowed to use tongue in cheek with these people.
Yeah, it's like calling someone a penis.
And random Americans 100% correct here. Motherfucker isn't a slang for a female.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, this could be the first one could be perky. The second one could be curt. The third one can be, I don't know.
Vanessa.
Yeah, Virginia.
But just remember,
Viagra.
women are strong. Everybody, women are very powerful. So the use of these words is totally invalidating to them. A word is capable of erasing a person from existence because they're so powerful.
That's right.
That's right.
Buttercream,
I bet-
That's right.
That's right.
I bet
That's
not
right.
long ago.
Will you let
It
him
is-
read the goddamn article?
Shut up, Moon. You're interrupting.
God damn it, Moon. Let him talk.
It is a fact that people, and especially men, use these particular words and phrases to insult someone, knowing that all of these words describe women, even if they are used to insult men.
Oh, bitch, please.
I like the occasional swearing. God knows it's liberating. But I do have a bone, or a nerve in this case, to pick with those who use
my
female genitalia as cuss words. Especially...
Okay, so can we then also shine a spotlight on dickhead, you cock?
Hey.
All of these are male genitalia. Are we throwing a bitch fit about that, gentlemen?
Hey,
Well, We're the oppressors, so
No, that-
it's
that
okay
also-
to.
Oh,
Is
that
it-
also
isn't
hurts
the-
women somehow.
isn't the very purpose of a curse word to be like something that offends people in public? Like
Demeaning,
something
yeah.
that it's not supposed to be something you agree with.
No,
It's supposed to
but-
be something that you find offensive inherently.
But my question is, why is she willing to spell them out subsequently in the article, but she censored them in the beginning?
That's a good point,
What's the point of censoring them?
Yeah.
Well, at least she got the right number of letters this time.
Yeah.
But seriously, the fact that she does it, that she has a list of curse words that you are permitted to use and curse words you are not permitted to use, tells me that she doesn't really understand what a curse word is supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know, she missed one.
Which one?
Cocksucker.
Oh.
What about clit?
That's
Clit's
what
not
that's
usually-
C star star T.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Ha.
That counts for two of them.
Dual purpose.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
it.
It could be part of bitch C star star star.
Bitch clit.
Bitch clit. Yeah,
Why isn't, why isn't cow on the list? Good one.
Specifically, pussy and cunt to insult someone for appearing seemingly weak, shy, timid, or scared.
Well, don't
That-
go over.
That's,
No,
that's not what,
no, no,
that's
no,
not
no,
what
no.
cunt is used for.
Well, don't
Yeah,
ever
no,
go to
cunt-
Australia.
Cunt is the way at least I use the word cunt is for when you're being a absolute disagreeable, horrible human being like this cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cunt is basically interchangeable with asshole.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cunt is like is kind of like the non-polite version of Karen.
But her definition makes sense for pussy, but only pussy. Like pussy is used in that way, but
Sure.
How often have you heard the words pussy and cunt thrown about to describe someone, usually a man, who might come across as docile or feminine? Too often.
Oh my god.
I don't.
Yeah, but that's too
No,
often.
usually they call you gay.
all the
Yeah.
all this misogyny.
If
I
we're
was gonna
going
say-
if we're going down that way, we might go fag or simp or
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to get frosted yeeted off of YouTube's reason why I didn't use the F word.
No. Bags of cigarettes. It's okay to talk about cigarettes.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
cigarettes. That's
that
fine.
is absolutely correct.
Yeah, like if you want to say I was butt fucking a cigarette.
Exactly.
Perfectly acceptable.
They wanted to see if they could light a cigarette with my asshole. There you go.
It's a bundle of dicks.
Let's pause for a moment and think about why people use these terms and how they offend every living woman.
I guarantee
No, they
they
don't.
Oh
They-
man.
Are they saying that only women have vaginas?
It sounds like it.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Hell is that?
Uh,
A vagina nut.
So she's busting a nut. Is that what she's saying? She's doing right there.
Yes.
I believe that's called a cream pie.
Well, that's definitely being inclusive about not all women
Yeah,
have
that looks
vaginas.
like a peach that's been opened up and never mind.
And I like how they showed the slice that was taken out, like you have to cut your way into a vagina.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I normally have my sex machete ready. So
But seriously, if just I know it's obvious, but it needs to be said. If you get your panties in a twist, and anytime someone uses a word you don't like, then you are inherently weak. You are a weak individual, and you should be pointed out and mocked for your weakness.
But also, you're just like, as you said, like the point of these words is to offend. So if you're saying these are the words that really, really offend me, it's like, well, okay, now we know what to say.
no, mission accomplished.
Congratulations.
I'll start with the most obvious one we know: childbirth.
Oh, for
The
God's
vagina can
Oh,
produce an
Jesus
entire
Christ.
8-pound or heavier.
I don't care. I don't care.
Hey, great article. Thanks.
Human being through the birth canal and be absolutely fine. According to a study on the
No, it's
biomechanics
not.
of
It gets stretched and blown out like fucking crazy. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's right.
according to a study on the biomechanics of vaginal birth and common sequelae, the pelvic floor muscles involved during birth can stretch more than thrice the normal amount.
Ooh,
Who the
right.
fuck
Yes,
is
because as we all know, when it comes to muscle strength, there is no better gauge than stretchiness.
Hmm.
In fact, a lot of times
That's a
women
really good
experience.
point. I mean, it'd be different if the vagina could clamp down like the jaws of an alligator, but stretching is not normally a
Then you
gauge
could
of how
call them.
strong-
Then you could call them the jaws of life.
There
Yeah,
you go.
right.
In fact, a lot of times women experience vaginal tears during childbirth.
Hairs.
Yeah, I know. I was screwing around. And it's the visual just made me laugh. And it's actually normal.
And we all know that the greatest indicator of strength is getting injured.
More than 79% of women experience tearing, or may even require an incision called episiotomy.
Yes.
But so resilient is the vagina that it heals on its own.
Like
In
every
fact-
other body part. Like,
Shut up, Terry.
and it's so strong it can't maintain its own internal ecology.
So can we
I
call
just thought,
can we call Wolverine a pussy then?
yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the healing factor, but no, I mean, that's absolutely true. Like vaginas can't maintain their own internal flora and fauna. That's why STDs are even a thing. It's not as resilient as this bitch is making it out to be.
I'm just thinking of Kung Pao Enter the Fist with the character Wimp Lo, who's terrible at fighting. I'm bleeding, making me the victor.
No, like if you cut your finger and it's not still cut, clearly it healed itself. It's like
Well,
being
that's
able to
because
heal
your
itself
finger
not
is a vagina.
unique to vaginas.
Yes, your finger is a vagina. Obviously.
The things that you learn on this stream is very educational.
Yeah.
In fact, the ample supply of blood around vaginas causes them to heal quicker than most other body parts. Meanwhile, if an erect penis is so much as bent suddenly, it can be fractured. Vaginas, on the other hand, can do some heavy-duty weightlifting.
Different kind of paradigms there, honey.
Remember that article a while back with women doing actual weightlifting with their vaginas, and it's
Yeah.
like a 2-pound weight, and they're just doing squats with it on their vagina.
I was gonna say vaginal weightlifting. That sounds like a Japanese game show.
It does.
No, the day that comes where I see a woman, put a beer bottle down to her vagina and then take the cap off with it, then I'll be impressed.
Yeah.
Especially if it was like, a cork bottle.
Her nickname is Alligator Jaws. Yeah.
So Moonshock's going to Thailand then.
They open it with their asshole. Come on, Terry. Stay with the program.
And then they talk about some lady who lifts stuff with her snatch. All right.
Okay.
Did you know your vagina can actually do entire workouts of its own to stay fit and healthy?
Aren't those called
That-
Kegels?
Vaginal weightlifting, in and of itself, is aimed at training the pelvic floor muscles, as well as
Here we go.
increasing the blood flow to the genitals. A strong pelvic floor can further ease the symptoms of stress, urinary incontinence, prevent or treat uterine prolapse, as well as prevent leakage during childbirth and improve your core post-pregnancy. The most a penis can lift is itself, and even then it needs someone's help to get it up.
Oh my god.
So next time...
Has she ever managed that feat?
Why is this even a discussion?
When was the last time this woman got laid? That would be my question.
Yeah.
Never.
So
What is the? But seriously, what is the purpose of this discussion? There are 100 body parts on you that can't take any any lifting or anything at all. But we don't go like, oh well, they're weak because I punctured their eyeball and they ran around and screamed. What is this even supposed to mean? So what?
Look, if you can't lift weights with your earlobes, are you even trying?
So next time...
I can because my ears are pierced, but
Yeah, you still
Pussy.
wouldn't put like a
Oh,
5 kilo weight.
jumps.
But can your ears
just-
heal themselves?
that's a good point. They're
You know
not
what this woman
vaginas,
needs?
so no, they can't.
Can
This-
your
this-
ears stretch to 3 times their own length?
This woman needs.
Well, I mean, once I get old enough, yeah, sure, because I mean, your earlobes never stop growing.
No, if anybody's ever heard of this woman needs a pair of anguish. A medieval torture device that they put into their vaginas when they're whores.
Mm.
To be fair, they could put it in the mouth and the asshole too.
That is true.
Well,
Which
I mean,
kind of
I
applies to
saw an
lots of things,
infographic.
actually.
Yeah.
I saw an infographic that said that the asshole is the universal vagina, by which
Oh.
womanness is achieved. So
To your ears.
Yeah, but kind of like universal remotes, it's not as good as the original.
that's true. That's true. You need the E
Wait.
OEM.
You need the integrated graphics for that one.
So next time, don't ask a woman, do you even lift? Honestly, you're only insulting yourself at this point.
What? That doesn't make any sense. Shut up.
It doesn't.
First of all, who asks a woman if they even lift?
Okay,
I
this
don't-
Yeah,
section,
I know. I go all medieval with it. Dost thou even hoist, male sibling?
this next sentence makes absolutely no fucking sense of this bitch. So yeah, continue.
Let's see. Vaginas are twice as sensitive as penises, and somehow still stronger than a penis. Although penises have...
Well, why is this person trying to act as though the actual physical characteristics of an organ somehow translate to someone's impotent mental state where they are totally sensitive to everything.
Well, not only that, remember the whole impetus for this verbal diarrhea that we're sifting through right now with with a pan sifter trying to find the little nuggets of gold. Spoilers, there are none. But it's the fact that someone is getting upset over someone using gender coded insults. I mean, to me, that sounds like you're being a little bit of a pussy and a cunt.
Although penises have sperm that are important to having babies, in 2008,
I'm just glad he's willing to admit that.
in 2008, scientists in Japan, shocker, discovered that cells taken from menstrual
Here we
blood
go.
could be cultivated in a lab and used to repair damaged heart tissue.
Where do they think of this shit anyway? Does some guy, was some person just thinking like, you know what? I think we should use menstrual blood samples and just see what happens.
I'm genuinely
No.
surprised. I thought this lady was going for the, well, scientists discovered that we could have a unisex baby if we do a million abominations to God in there scientifically.
It's blood.
Yeah.
Blood has been scientifically been shown to do things like de-escalate the aging process and things like that. Yeah, if you give someone a blood transfusion, chances are it's going to help in something that's going to require blood.
So wait, did they use the Elizabeth Bathory method of trying to fix hearts?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't, but don't pay any attention to what I've got in my crawl space.
The research published in the scientific journal, Stem Cells further explained that menstrual blood apparently contains precursor cells known as mesenchymal cells that can be used to develop cardiac stem cell therapeutic material, and these cells appear to have greater potential for this than cells from bone marrow.
By the way, to explain the joke, Elizabeth Bathory was someone who took the blood of virginal girls and bathed in it to try and retain her eternal youthfulness.
Isn't she also known as the Countess in Diablo 2?
Well, there's several iterations that use her story as like a basis for characterization.
Yeah.
There was a board game called Nightmare, or in America, I think it was called Atmosphere, with FEAR instead of sphere. And Elizabeth Bathory was one of the playable characters in that.
I'm curious. I wonder who discovered that you could use this blood to grow heart tissue. You think it could have been a man?
Well, no.
that's just being a sexist of you, Jack. I mean,
Yeah.
Stop being such a sexist.
why the doctor
bitch.
got to be a man, huh?
And if it was a man, where'd he get the period blood? You don't think of anything, Jack.
Well, men can have periods now, See, didn't you see
Yeah,
that?
that's absolutely true. They
No,
can.
I'm on Team Turf. Dave Chappelle convinced me.
All right, I'll go to the conclusion. I don't think I should keep going about why you shouldn't call someone referring to women's private parts. I hope you get it by now. What's really interesting to me, though, is that men don't really think before cursing, because if they did, they wouldn't refer to the part where they came from, and they wouldn't insult their own mother, sister, wife, etc. Next time, please be more cautious.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh my god, that is awful. That is a terrible last sentence.
What a twat.
Because if they did, holy shit, you're a published author. You should feel ashamed of yourself.
Published on Medium, though. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
Still.
Not what I would call reputable.
No.
Yeah, see, even Sense is
No
right. I
published
know.
author should ever use a sentence like that.
Son even says, "I know more women who call other women cunts than men."
Yeah.
Oh, don't point that out.
Uh-oh, Frosted's got comment.
I like the black coffee one there. Dick, dickhead, knob, prick.
I agree. Vaginas are more sensitive.
Yeah. What was that argument supposed to indicate? You should use this word to mean someone's more sensitive. But did you know that the vagina was more sensitive than the penis?
I'm not crying, you're crying.
At least the penis doesn't bleed every month.
Unless it gets broken.
Not without some encouragement from a cunt. Dirty cunt.
All right. Well, with the end of the first article comes the first game.
Yay.
And that game is Sad Libs.
Awesome.
This is a game where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out one word, and you have to fill in that one word Mad Lib style. And then the chat will vote on which one is the best. All right, so Jack, I need a place.
How about...
What'd she say?
You're going to have to clarify that, baby.
Every answer needs to be a female body.
To be a female body curse word.
Okay, how about this? How about my mom's ass? The Mr. Show method.
Right, Jack's
My mom's ass is a place?
It is.
How big is it? How big is it?
Oops.
It only works though if you use it like that in the first person.
What's the maximum occupancy of your mom's ass?
How
There was a brilliant Mr. Show sketch where they actually it's supposed to be like a take on what's the To Sir with Love, except all the students the sketch ends with all the students taking a trip to quote my mom's ass. And it's like a museum. And I don't get it at all, but it was hilarious. Anyway.
Moon, I need an adjective.
Stretchy.
Stretchy mom's ass.
My mom's ass is stretchy.
All right, and Terry, I need a living thing. Shut up, Jack.
Don't sing, Jack. I will stay on brand and go pussy.
All right, and Quiz, I need another living thing.
It's a living thing.
Fetus.
Oh, he went there.
Yeah, I went there.
All right, so Jack's is being single, black, and Muslim while living in my mom's ass. All right, and Moon's is, if you think being black is hard, try being stretchy. and Terry's, experienced girl who is a lover of huge black cocks gives matured pussy a super blowjob.
Wow.
And Quiz, calling yourself a fetus is a meaningless lie if you do not also live in feminist practice.
Don't be such a fetus.
Why do we use the word fetus to mean weak?
You fucking poser! You're acting like such a fetus.
You're not a real fetus. All right.
Yeah, you're not a real fetus unless you're a feminist.
And
Yeah, stop living in my mom's ass.
I'll start the poll for the chat. Instructions on how to vote are up on the screen.
I don't know. Can you be? Apparently, you can't be black and stretchy, so you have to be one or the other.
I think I'd have to go with
But you
Jack.
can't be an experienced girl who loves huge black cocks and giving a matured pussy a super blowjob.
How exactly would you give a mature pussy a super blowjob?
Well, matured pussy is that because it's got a massive clitoris? I mean, then you
Yes.
could give it a blowjob.
Seems to be tied between Terry and me.
Yeah.
Mine's not going to get any votes, which I'm okay
I
with.
think
'cause-
Terry's in the lead.
Oh wait, fetus is coming from behind.
Aha!
Ew.
All right. And the winner, it looks like, is Terry.
Woohoo!
I could just do these things all fucking night. Like, who cares? Just make a whole episode, nothing but sad lips.
It's
No,
funny
you
because
do an entire
like,
episode of nothing but genders. That's where the
this is better than the fucking Jackbox version of fucking ad libs for the fucking
Quiplash.
yeah.
Quiplash. That was always such a drag whenever you get fucking
A bad prompt
well, yeah, just the
or a bad answer.
yeah.
All right. And now on to our second article. We need to remove the micro from microaggressions.
Oh, microaggressions are
Insensitive
full
dwarf.
aggressions. Huh?
Insensitive to midgets.
Racism is immensely harmful to those it is directed towards, no matter how subtle or casual.
Well, we always knew this was going to happen because from the very start, all of this has been a foot in the door. Like with the advent of so-called white privilege, they were telling us, no, it doesn't mean you're a bad person. You just have to admit to it. You just have to admit that you have it, and then it's slowly
acknowledge it.
Oh yeah, acknowledge it. That's right. And it's like now it's like microaggressions. They're not really harmful. You just need to watch your behavior. We always knew that this was disingenuous bullshit. We always knew that they were like, we hate you and you have to stop.
So
In the case-
what's this nigger on about?
Well, that was-
Mwah! Good night, everybody.
Well, that was not a microaggression.
Exactly.
Ah, that's good. That's a good point. Let's go get her.
Yeah, that's right. Let's stop microaggressions. Let's start macroaggressions. Fuck you.
The Holocaust never
Isn't
happened.
it? Isn't a macroaggression just genocide?
Yeah.
Yes.
Instead of asking someone where they're from, you shoot them.
Yeah.
Rod, I don't know what all the fuss is about. Slavery ended over 100 years ago. Can't y'all just get over it already?
Nope.
Good question.
Good question.
You are so well spoken. Is
That's
it
a
true
lie.
what they say about black guys? Rappers say star grr all the time. Why can't I say it? That's a double standard.
Well, I'm happy to say
Good
it.
question.
Yes, all of these are actual statements among so many like them that have been said to me by I gotta agree he's not well spoken.
I told you.
Have been said to me by well-meaning and not so well-meaning white coworkers during my former career as a worker bee in corporate America. These statements and questions are now commonly called racist microaggressions. And if you are black and have worked any amount of time in this country, you have been subjected to it. Except I hate the term microaggressions. Sure, it's commonly used to categorize the way subtle, casual racism is expressed and directed towards black people. But trust, there is nothing micro about the detrimental effects these racist acts have on the mental, emotional, and even physical well-being of the black people enduring them.
Oh my God.
So
is
this guy's a
mother-
pussy. That's the tie into the previous article.
Yeah, I'm like, are you done already yet, you fucking pussy? Shut up.
Racism in all its forms is ugly, ignorant, toxic, malignant, and deadly.
Then
No,
why
it's
are you
not.
talking?
Yeah, no shit. You're a fucking racist yourself, you goddamn pussy.
Hmm.
When a
Yes,
former
it can be all of those things, but asking or saying something like slavery ended over 100 years ago, as if we can't move on from that as a nation, like we have, means that what you're doing is you're retreading water that has already been sailed over. What's the point in being so unreasonably angry at someone simply for being for existing?
I mean, slavery ended so long ago that you can go to just about any black person, and not only did they never experience slavery, but nobody they ever knew experienced slavery of any
Well,
kind.
it's
Generational oppression, Jack.
it's been so long that not even anyone around nowadays, their grandparents would have been slaves.
A great
It's been that long.
So the fact that you keep bringing it up as though it is some sort of relevant cultural force to me is just total nonsense.
And not only that, why retread that national shame that we have put to bed and gotten past? Why
Because they-
retread that so often?
Because they want shame. They want people to feel ashamed so that they can prop themselves up, because these are Marxists. Cultural currency is a zero-sum game to them.
I forget who said it on Twitter, but someone had a tweet. There was something along the lines of, if we knew you were going to be such bitches about it, we would have picked our own cotton.
I like it.
When a former white coworker once said to me how most slaves
Wait.
were well treated and happy on plantations.
Hold on. So he's no longer white. That coworker is no longer white.
He's a former white coworker.
Yeah, he's a former white coworker. So he's no longer white. He's still a coworker, but he's no longer white.
He found
Yeah,
melanin.
Once again, this guy is not well spoken.
He found his long lost melanin, and he's no longer white. He's former white now.
he voted for Biden. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Ah,
But by the way, big old X to doubt that someone said this phrase.
I agree.
yeah, especially not to a black person.
No.
I think that deep down this person knows that the argument they're giving is bullshit, because they really just produced it on their own, and they obviously feel insecure about it.
Well, there's no like person educated here in the United States in the past fucking like century that hasn't had a course on the atrocities of slavery and the things that slaves went through. There's not a single person in the world who actually believes that.
I think I know who the coworker was. It was Justin Trudeau. Mr. Jack says, was the coworker Trudeau?
Yeah.
I mean,
or
so
Ralph Northam.
Yeah.
so prevalent is the teaching of slavery in our country that for the longest time when I was in grade school, I would refer to world history as Africa history, because that's all we learned about for the whole fucking semester is fucking Africa.
I'm just going to say it. I think we should bring it back. Give them something to actually complain about.
Yeah, that works. I can own a couple of them.
All right. So after hearing this totally true statement, I had to excuse myself, go into a bathroom stall, and scream out my frustration and rage into my hands.
How raging into your hands, is that like jacking yourself off or something?
Naturally. What else could it be?
Hey, don't bring me into this.
He immediately had to go jack off after hearing that. No, there is nothing micro about the effect hearing such racist, revisionist bullshit had on my mental state. But
Your
'cause
mental state is flimsy and you are weak.
Because you're kind of a pussy.
Yeah.
A little bit.
What? How is it that people don't recognize that their mental state is a highly variable thing? They
And
think
not only
that
it's no one's responsibility.
Yeah.
It's no one's responsibility for you to be mentally okay. That is something that you need to manage on your own.
I think his biggest problem is that his mental state is California.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to sticks and stones?
I think Dave Chappelle got cancelled because of it.
By
They
the way,
racist. Sorry.
By the way, if Styx and the Rolling Stones never toured together, then that's just an abomination.
That is true. I'll admit that.
Because the advertising just writes itself.
It really does.
Let's see. So, I had to calm and compose myself in the bathroom in order to complete my work for the day, while my white coworker continued to strut around the office, oblivious to the upset they caused me. As black people, we are conditioned by this white supremacist society to coddle the fragile feelings of white people. You're one to call someone fragile. Even when it comes at the expense of our own well-being. That's why some of us remain silent when we hear overtly racist conversations in the cubicle next to us.
No one is that openly racist at work.
How put upon is this sack of shit? We remain silent when we hear mean words. Well, you're acting as though like you're witnessing genocide or something. Jesus Christ!
I just like the idea of like, a bunch of guys, standing around a water cooler on a Monday morning and being like, "So, what are we gonna do about them Negroes?"
Like, how many black people did you oppress this weekend?
It kind of reminds me of George Takei. He had a tweet saying, with regards to the whole Corona thing, that the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And my reply to him is, "Well, so fuck minorities then," which is basically what he's saying. It's like you can just imagine, like, the many, need you, the few, to go pick my cotton.
Oh,
And I was mentioning after that, he completely left out the totally contradictory phrase used afterwards in the following movie, wherein they say, in this case, the needs of the few outweighed the needs of the many.
Also, the guy who said it is dead.
The guy that George Takei is making the point, and yeah, it was like, to me, it's basically saying fuck minorities, because I mean, the needs of the few. Well, 13% isn't many, so get back to picking cotton.
Damn it, George Takei.
Nah, it's okay. He'll be quiet for a little while he's raping another child.
Yeah.
No, he wants to go and stick his finger up. What is this man? And what is his husband's name? Brad, I think.
I don't know. No idea.
Isn't it funny how people just kind of forgot that George Takei kind of did that?
And admitted to it on the radio.
And people on the left just, oh well, it's George Takei, so what are you gonna do? Fuck you pricks.
Remember, rules for thee.
Many of us say nothing and internalize our pain because we fear for our jobs, our livelihoods, and career advancement if we speak out against such racist aggressions.
Could it also maybe be, too, that when you do speak out against it, unless you have any sort of proof and not just hearsay, that people are going to want when you make those sorts of accusations, that it then makes you look like a person who's after someone else for no terribly apparent reason?
Quiz, believe all women.
Oh,
and buy my book too.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm reminded of that one bit from Angry Cops. I don't know if you guys have seen his channel. I highly recommend it. He's very, very funny. But he has this huge long video. I think it's his most viewed video, where he goes into someone's video that they made after they washed out of basic training in the Army. And one of the things that the dude said, now the guy responding is a drill sergeant in the U.S. Army, And one of the things that he comments on is that one of the things the video said was that there was sexual harassment going on. And to which Drill Sergeant responds with, what? Because you weren't grabbing your junk and sounding off like you have a pair? Yeah, they bring it up later on in the video, saying that the lieutenant came to them and said that they felt that they were intimidated by the lieutenant because he said that if he's lying about this, he's going to get in a lot of trouble. And that makes me think that you were kind of a liar when the lieutenant says that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying, is that usually these people who come forward with nothing but accusations and a chip on their shoulder are usually people that are looking for some sort of grievance. You are a grievance monger.
Yeah.
Out there speaking their truth.
Yeah, isn't it always funny how these people only seem to come up out of the woodwork when there is some sort of personal or political gain to be had from it? It doesn't just happen to rando on the street, and when it does, that's when it turns out to be. That's when it usually turns out to be more accurate. When it's like some person finally, like Elijah Wood, or who's the guy who got really screwed over when he first came out against the Hollywood producers?
Feldman.
Corey Feldman, yeah. They had nothing to gain from coming forward.
Well, no, it's completely destroyed Corey Feldman's career.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I totally believe him. Because he's been adamant, and he's been saying it, and it's not like, and the worst part of all, nobody has acknowledged him. Even when Me Too happened, no one acknowledged that he came forward way before anyone else.
Decades before Me Too.
Bad things don't happen in Hollywood.
Not to men, anyway.
Yeah.
No, the reason he never got the acknowledgement he deserved is because it would force Hollywood to admit that, yes, we kept all this shit bottled up for decades, and we did not support these people when they came out. Unbelievable. I'm so sick of this believe all bullshit. Sorry. Anyway.
It's why black women feel they must refrain from physically slapping the hell out of white coworkers who, without permission, place hands in their hair or on their bodies like they are petting a damn dog.
Okay, number one, I don't know, like that one keeps on getting brought up again and again and again and again, and I just don't see the impetus for anyone ever doing that. But let's just say it's true. It still doesn't mean that you can throw a punch.
Yeah. Like, if
physically
anything,
slapping the hell out of means that you are initiating the aggressive behavior at that point.
If anything, you just tell them off.
Yeah, tell them off. That's fine. But you striking this has gotten to, it's gotten to the point where this kind of shit needs to be said and like nipped in the bud every single time it's brought up. You cannot go around committing battery without any repercussions.
Well,
It doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter if you're white. Doesn't matter if you're black. If you commit battery, if you beat someone, you punch someone, that means that you are criminally liable for that action.
Well, what party are you in?
That's
doesn't matter.
Well,
it matters a lot.
That's the thing about changing microaggressions to just aggressions. It's because aggressions, you can fight back against aggressions.
Yeah, you can.
Self-defense is justified.
Self-defense in battery is justified when it's an aggression, not a microaggression. Got it.
I think what this author is trying to say is, if someone asks where you're from, you're allowed to beat the shit out of them.
Yeah,
that's what they're saying.
That
is exactly what they're saying.
Yeah, this is mental illness all over. And anyone who agrees with this is mentally ill. And sadly, it's about 20% of the country right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's why we often feel powerless when our ideas and contributions are ignored in meetings and strategy sessions. But Ken and Karen steal them, repeat them, and are praised as innovative and creative thinkers. To be polite,
Man, okay, wait, hold on. That statement is very telling. Aren't incels shunned for saying pretty much the same thing, just swapping things around?
Well, that
I
would
mean,
those are dirty men, though.
we often feel powerless because our contributions to the gene pool are ignored in meetings and meetups and Tinder profiles, but Chad and Stacy steal them and just fuck behind your back. It's the same goddamn rhetoric. You're an incel, only with race.
Well, no, but all of this is implying that this person wants to be consistent or honest.
Let's see. To be polite, these acts of causal and subtle racism are labeled microaggressions. But again, what is micro about the feelings of powerlessness, disenfranchisement, and rage these acts elicit from those harmed by them?
Everything. Literally
I'm-
everything.
I'm already offended by the next sentence that Frosted is about to read.
Yeah, I know, right? It's such a microaggression, what they just said.
Let's call a spade and spade.
Well, yeah, that already offends me because of the poor grammar,
Wow.
but no, I mean just the actual, the phrase there, call a spade a
Yeah.
spade.
A very interesting
Oh,
choice of
just
very
saying.
terms.
racist.
I'm just saying, it's very, very racist. Very racist.
Well, as I've said before, the woke equivalent of let's call a spade is let's call a spade a friend.
Yeah.
Let's call a spade and call these acts exactly what they are. Racist aggressions. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Racism in all its forms is ugly, ignorant, toxic, malignant, and deadly. When facing such a relentless foe, it behooves us to stop trying to make it sound more palatable than the utterly destructive force it is.
YouTube ate my comment. I was going to say, don't forget to spade and neuter your black people. But
Oh,
it wouldn't let me say it. So
It's
I think that
spay even. It's
think
P-A-Y.
here's the thing. I think that the only real way out of this is if society realizes that racism is not the single worst thing in the world.
Well,
It's not good. Don't get me wrong, it's not good, but it's not the worst thing in the world. There are worse things in the world than Archie Bunker. You know what I mean?
Let's put it this way, okay? I want to see. I'm perfectly fine with racism being reviled and shunned societally. It should be, okay? Everyone should shun and shame racists, but that needs to be
someone cut the
applied.
beginning of that sentence, so it just sounds like you're saying I'm completely fine with racism.
But we need to, again, I'm going to use the language of the article, call a spade and spade. Okay? What about, and again, this is coming from someone who is not a Donald Trump supporter. What about those black people in Chicago that dragged a guy out of a car and beat him in the street? And the only thing you're hearing from the woman holding the camera is, damn, he voted for Trump! He voted for Trump! Damn! Is that a microaggression? No, that was an actual aggression, and that happened in the street, and a person was violently attacked.
That was a non-aggression. That was a non-aggression because
by a white
the person being beat up was the wrong sort of person.
Well,
again, that's what I'm
voting
saying.
for Trump is a racist aggression, so therefore they were just
Oh.
defending themselves.
I forgot. Okay, I forgot.
Words are violence, and violence is meaningless.
All I'm saying is I want to see it applied unilaterally here. We can't pick and choose this bullshit.
Of course you can. That's the whole playbook.
I mean, the thing is, we have to remember about
Keeper
these
World
people.
Star. No, that's for the fights at Chuck E. Cheese.
No, these people don't care. They know that they're inconsistent. They know that they're dishonest, but they just don't care because they are totally tribalist in nature. And how on earth can you defeat an enemy that insists no matter what you say that they are in the right? That no matter what you say, you can put evidence right in front of their face and they will totally deny it every single time consistently. How do you work with that?
Because of the devastation racism leaves in its wake, yeah, it's anything but micro.
Okay.
All right. And now, with the end of the second article, comes the second game, which is for
Yay.
the chat only, Jack.
Yeah,
Jack.
Jack,
Yeah, Jack.
Yeah, Jack.
me,
Fucking pussy.
And that's the
Quiet,
caption
me.
contest, where I'll show a photo of a political figure or event, and the chat has to come up with a good caption for it, and whichever one we like the best, I'll tweet out after the show. And let's see, this week's photo is good old Christian cinema in the bathroom.
Who?
Oh, well, for context, this lady was
Harassing her.
yeah, there were a couple, crazy bitches that were harassing. Isn't this woman a Democrat?
Cinema, I think,
Yeah.
is not. Well, Cinema's
but
a Democrat?
Yeah, she is, but she's not falling in line with the latest vote.
Yeah.
So those bitch on the left went in there and harassed her.
Yeah. And basically just started calling her all the names in the book. You know the general play. Whenever somebody doesn't fall 100% in line with you, you just go in and claim that they are against every good thing in the universe.
I'm not against the idea of, putting your congressman's feet to the fire and making them actually do their fucking job. But at the same time, that can be done with a letter and about a specific piece of legislation that's being proposed.
Well, yeah,
you don't harass someone in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's basically the gist of it. They follow her into the bathroom, and the woman's holding up her camera to the bathroom stall.
Yeah.
And going by what one of the women said, I think one of them was an illegal immigrant.
Yeah. In which case, we should start. Why aren't these people getting deported when they admit to being an illegal alien on camera?
Because that's racist.
And also, we should start calling them illegal aliens again, because that's the technical term. I don't give a fuck how offended someone is by it.
Well, that's an aggression. All right. Excuse me, miss. Have you heard the good news? Let's see.
Vegan drops historically mean deuce.
Corn last night.
Corn last night.
Okay, that was my favorite one so far.
Pardon me, ma'am. Do you have a moment to talk about your car's extended warranty?
No, she'd call her. Come on, let's be honest about that one. And leave a message.
That poo smells like a microaggression.
To fight the coof, did you wipe at least 3 times as required?
I vote for the dog. Dog has the best caption.
Woof.
So far, I like the extended warranty one.
Yeah, me too.
I like Faithless, a sitting senator.
I personally like vegan drops a historically mean deuce.
Yeah, I'll give it about 10 more seconds.
How about sorry, there was a Pikachu in there
Game is for chat only,
For-
Jack.
for the 3 people still playing Pokemon Go.
No, they Pokemon went to the polls.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. Oh.
I'm just chilling here in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah.
Local evil wrong thinker challenged by hero undocumented immigrant.
Hmm.
Let's see.
I'm still going faithful.
Trans activist disappointed TERF doesn't let her film her peeing.
I personally like Streamlabs. Join the Discord for notifications and get all MST3 nights on Discord.
Yep, Streamlabs
That's my
rules.
favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite caption.
Streamlabs win. Let's be sure to put that in the. Who do we at Streamlabs for the Twitter message?
All right, well, I think I'll call it there. So, what do you guys think is best? I think I'm gonna go with the extended warranty.
I'm inclined to agree.
Same.
I like vegan. Drops historically mean deuce.
You've been outvoted.
I've been outvoted. That's fine. Sorry, Mr. Dax. I tried. I thought it was funny.
I'm actually inclined to go with keep it in. Too busy working to participate.
I mean, I do most of my work on the toilet.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, it looks like Breon001.
Yay.
How about this? The only time a politician produced something.
What part of chat only do you not understand?
Well, the contest is over, Terry.
What? Wait,
only.
hold on. What's that asterisk say down there, Jack? What does that asterisk say?
He's prohibited from the game, but the game is over.
That's all I'm saying is that you're prohibited. So.
All right. Well, I don't think I know Breon00 on Twitter, but I'll put your name in the tweet. But I probably won't be able to tag you in it. All right. Well, congrats, Breon. And now, on to our third article. Men need positive spaces and a men's liberation movement under the umbrella of feminism.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
No.
No.
There is a growing need for men to discuss and dismantle patriarchal institutions.
And that's why we don't need your feminism bullshit.
Oh, that hurts, Frosted. That hurts. This is gonna be a bad one.
This is like the equivalent of yeah, you could be a Christian. You just have to pay the tax for being an infidel.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. You can be a Christian. You're just going to be a second-class citizen in the Hadiths. I mean, you know.
The concept of masculinity has varied historically and culturally, but the general idea has been a set of characteristics and rules traditionally suitable for men. These norms generally included the expectations that boys and men must be active, aggressive, tough, daring, and dominant. These expectations have made men have disdain for anything coded feminine, like expressing vulnerable emotions or expressing empathy.
No, that's not the expectations of any of those things. Culturally, historically, culturally, and general idea of being active, aggressive, tough, and daring and dominant does not mean that you have disdain for anything coded the exact opposite. If that was the case, men wouldn't marry women, would they?
I think Arunesh knows what they're talking about.
Oh. Far be it from me to question. Okay.
Yeah.
Just accept what I'm told. She's the public author and I'm not. Okay. The published author.
Normalized aggressively violent behavior and created a narrative of... I'll give you
toxic
three guesses.
Masculinity.
I'll give you three guesses. Two of them don't count.
Oh.
Boys will be boys.
Oh, boys
God.
will
They
be
will.
boys.
Oh,
used to
Oh, them
justify
boys.
used to justify their harmful behavior. In modern theory, this section of masculinity has been generally referred to as toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity has been linked to an ever-expanding list of social problems, including men's own poor health, male violence against other males, men's violence against women, and so on.
that is so frustrating when these people are like, "Hey, toxic masculinity is so bad that it causes problems for men." What? What the fuck are you talking about, you fucking asshole?
Well,
This is
anything can be spun, and what they're doing is they're spinning the idea of a man fighting another man for any reason, as being part of, some sort of like alpha mailing mating ritual about them beating each other for the ability to rape a woman. It's an extremely narrow-minded view, and they're taking this and spinning it in any direction they possibly can to vilify men, and it's bullshit. Every single word out of their stupid mouths is dumb and bullshit.
Feminism is a hammer where everything else is a nail, and the
Yeah.
nail is always men are the problem.
Yep.
Every man is a problem for every reason, and so bad is it that it hurts other men too.
Yeah.
The
Pretty
term is
shit
often
patriarchy if it hurts men too.
the term is often used to discuss sexist, patriarchal, and homophobic cultures among men. It is one of the ways in which patriarchy is harmful to men. Until recent years, there hasn't been much discussion about toxic masculinity and masculinity in a positive light in academic circles.
Are you fucking kidding me? Everything out of your mouth is fucking patriarchy this, toxic masculinity that. You're the one that's driving this fucking nail, well put, Jack, into the fucking coffin over and over and over and over and over again. Not talked about. My fucking dick.
When was the last time that you had your blood pressure check quiz?
This just in, local Chicago man exploded in rage.
Well, it wouldn't have happened if he weren't a man.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's my toxic masculinity coming out. I forgot.
How dare you? How dare you?
It's all my fault.
That's
It's
the
all my fault.
patriarchy hurting men too.
Yeah, the patriarchy, no check is worth this.
Common terms in academics, especially feminist theory for dominant forms of masculinity, include hegemonic masculinity, pioneered by influential theorist Ray Wynne Connell. Connell describes hegemonic masculinity as the domination of women and a hierarchy of inter-male dominance. I think in reality, there are many different forms of masculinity, even if forms of masculinity that do not match the hegemonic norm are subject to stigmatization and marginalization.
Word salad.
Ray Connell is influential because we've all heard of her and all been influenced by her.
Someone got a Scribe's old what do you call it, bingo card up with word salad.
Well, considering that the guy who made that card is hosting this stream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
In the past century, women from different cultures and socio-economic backgrounds have united under the feminist cause to fight for women's liberation from patriarchal norms and systematic sexism. In the process, they've created various institutions and spaces for women to express their problems and demand change. In these same years, men, although having many systematic privileges over women, haven't made an effort to recognize the harmful ways in which patriarchy affects them.
Wait, I just realized, how can men have systematic advantages over women? Our genitals can't even lift weights. We found that out.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, no, okay. I have to break the silence here. Oh my god. How can this be written unironically?
This this person is a clear product of a university.
Well,
Yes.
how can this be written unironically? Under feminist cause to fight for women's liberation from patriarchal norms and systemic sexism. In the process, they've created various institutions and spaces for women to express their problems and demand change. So you come with nothing. You're, again, I've mentioned this before, a grievance monger saying, I'm not getting the raise, not because I didn't pull my quota this time, it's because I'm a woman. And if anyone sits there and goes, yeah, but you didn't pull your quota this forward. Oh, that's sexual harassment. I'm a woman and I demand to be given my raise. So that's already you sitting here looking for a grievance with your hand out. That's exactly what you just fucking said. And then on top of that, say in these same years, men, although having many systemic privileges over women, so still men are better than women, even when they have their own spaces that are being free to be given their grievance mongering to get change made in their favor. Men still have advantages. Oh, but men still have advantages over other men. So patriarchy still affects men. How does patriarchy affect other men when men are at the benefit of patriarchy? What you're saying is you're talking around in a big ass fucking circle because you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. And all you're wanting to do is to paint men as bad and women as under the heel of men, which is bullshit.
Quiz, you're muted for that whole time.
No,
I'm messing
fuck
with
off. Fuck off.
But you're gonna love the next part.
Oh, no.
Instead, men have created hate groups like the men's
Oh, hate
rights movement.
groups. You know,
Like
men's
the
rights,
men's rights
men's
movement.
rights are so fucking
Oh,
so
wait,
hateful.
wait.
So hateful.
She said men's rights, but she did forget. She hasn't said the boys' club yet. Oh, what's it called? Proud Boys. Has she?
Yeah.
Did she
No,
bring
no.
up the Proud Boys?
Oh,
No,
Proud Boys is the antithesis of Antifa.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it was originally conceived as a men's club.
Oh, by Gavin Limp Wrist Wrist
Yeah.
McGinnis.
Yeah. Piece of
Oh,
shit.
I wouldn't want to join that boys club. I might come away with a new appreciation for being a universal vagina holder.
Yeah.
Get it?
Let's see.
Gavin McGinnis is gay. Fuck you, Gavin.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's see. They have created hate groups like the men's rights movement, red pilled movement, etc. On the surface, they seem to be movements created to help men deal with systematic issues like mental health.
But
and
because
toxic
they don't
masculinity.
serve feminism, they're evil.
Yeah, they're evil.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
It basically says as much if you continue reading.
But if we delve deeper into them, we find toxic and bitter men who believe that modern feminism has gone too far, and additional
Because it
attention
has.
and additional attention should be placed on men's rights.
Yes.
So basically, you're saying that the men's rights movement is hateful because it's like feminism.
Yes. Okay, what we need is a men's liberation movement under the umbrella of feminism. No. But what we need is a men's liberation movement away from feminism, because then maybe we might actually see some fair divorce proceedings. Maybe then we might see alimony go the way of the dinosaur. Maybe then we might see some actual research into male birth control.
This is basically like the end of 300, where it's like, oh, you can keep your kingdom as long as you just bow to us.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's total you can keep your movement if you give up all of your values and take in all of our values.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's total nonsense. It's sort of like the same line of the first article. This person has a fundamental misunderstanding of what opposition is. This person doesn't seem to understand that I think that feminism is bullshit because I'm not sexist.
Yeah. Because I'm not looking for any special treatment because of gender. Gee, isn't that a novel concept?
It is ludicrous to me that a human being could be so egotistical that they think that their movement preempts criticism.
Well, not
That
only
they
that, they candidly admitted something here, that feminism is about women's rights. Period. They always keep on saying that feminism is for men too, but it's not. Feminism is the premise of feminism. The reason why it is feminism and not egalitarianism is because it comes under the predilection that women need rights because they don't have them, which is bullshit. Not only do they have rights that everyone is claiming that they don't, they have more privileges than men when it comes to things like divorce proceedings. Women, on average, are serve less time in jail for the same crime a man commits.
Yeah, but they pay more for raises. They pay more for raises, so that makes them oppressed.
And if we just join feminism, we can stop all that.
Ah,
and don't forget, women can lift weights with their vagina.
yeah, exactly. It makes them stronger. I forgot, guys. I forgot.
Popular feminist writer and social activist Bell Hooks highlighted
Oh, Jesus Christ.
highlighted in her book Feminist Theory from Margin to Century, because that's not how you spell center, feminism provided women with a public forum for the expression of their anger as well as a political platform they could use to call attention to issues of social equality, demand change, and promote specific reforms.
Ah, you mean like like them saying that, or like Susan B. Anthony when she was, pushing for suffrage, saying that she would rather die than have a black man being able to vote before she can. Oh yeah, it's such a great role model there.
Well, yeah, black man, so he's part of the patriarchy.
Oh, I forgot.
Let's see. They were not eager to call attention to the fact that men do not share a common social status, that patriarchy does not negate the existence of class and race privilege or exploitation, that all men do not benefit equally from sexism. Again, this is not meant to impose the responsibility of men's liberation on feminists or women, but to highlight a great need for men to unite along the feminist cause and dismantle the systematic problems withholding men to live a healthy and fulfilling life.
You know what those systemic problems are that are withholding men from living a healthy and fulfilling life? Women! Women are on average the reason why men commit suicide, the reason why men have a lower wealth status, especially after divorce. Women are the problem.
Well,
You
I'd
wouldn't
say
happen to be an
feminists.
incel, would you?
I'd say
You're just a
no.
MGTOW.
No, I'm a race incel. I'm a race cell.
Because aren't only like 1/3 of women consider themselves feminists?
Something like that.
I think about that. Yeah.
It's straight. That's
But you know
one
what?
of
You
the
don't have
things-
to call yourself a feminist to take advantage of divorce court proceedings.
No.
That's one of the things that blows my mind is that they think that their movement is so great, yet it's so very unpopular. That they don't think for a second, hey, maybe this movement in all it's cracked up to be, seeing how many people hate it and all, especially women. But they just ignore the fact that women hate it.
Well, okay. Here's a problem. You guys would be wrong about that. 61% of the U.S. women would say feminism describes them well.
But also, they're not ignoring the fact that it's unpopular. What they're doing is blaming the fact that it's unpopular on internalized misogyny.
Hold on, Quiz. Those are weasel words that they use. It's saying how many women describe themselves as feminists, not feminism describes me well, because that would imply, oh yes, so you say that men and women should be treated equally. Well, you're a feminist then.
Well, no. Okay. It says amongst women who would say that feminist describes them very well. and it's between somewhat well, very well, and not at all. There's a large percentage that say somewhat well, and a very small percentage that say very well. But yeah, there's quite a bit of the demographics. We're gonna say 27% say that from ages 18 to 29. Only 19% say that from ages 30 to 49, and 12% say that from 50 to 64.
Yeah, but they still act like feminism represents all women and vice versa.
Yeah. Well, there's the whole thing about it is that the discussion when it comes to all of this is not talked about the implied definition. It's only the absolute dictionary definition, where it's equality amongst the sexes, not the implied definition of equality amongst the sexes because you believe women have less.
Yes.
This is the reason why it is feminism.
And it's men's fault.
Yes.
Now, this story won't really be helpful if I didn't recommend any healthy space for men to discuss these issues. Unfortunately, I can personally only recommend 2 online subreddits I came across on reddit.com.
Subreddits.
Wow.
Saying anything is useful on Reddit at all means that you are woefully out of touch. Reddit is a cesspit. Just as bad as any Twitter.
Just don't say that you don't support Joe Biden.
Don't say you do anything on Twitter, because that just means that you are a subhuman worthy of complete disregard.
Oh wait, the author agrees with you. I know Reddit has been known as a cesspool of misogyny, but just
No, it's
trust me
not
on
a
this
cesspool
one.
of misogyny. It's a cesspool of everything. Everything that everything that is bad about humanity just seems to collect on Reddit.
Let's see, r/menslib and r/bropill.
Bro pill.
Bro pill. Take the bro pill, yo.
Have you been bro pilled yet?
I've been bro pilled, man.
Now, by no means I've found these places to be perfect, but as a guy living in a conservative, developing country with a dearth of healthy physical spaces for men, I found them refreshing.
What are you
So
talking
this was a
about? Dearth
guy?
of healthy physical spaces. Go to a gym.
Wait, this was a guy writing this?
Sounds
Yeah.
like a woman, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
Wow.
shocked too.
I would end this story by
This
quoting
guy's such a pussy. Call back.
Except he probably can't lift weights.
Yeah, I would say that's a major difference.
I would end this story by quoting a text from the book Theorizing Masculinities by Michael Kaufman. The goal of
You
those
probably also can't lift more weights than a vagina.
The goal of those who would foster gender equity and an end to domination is to permit the free expression of many masculinities without risk of stigmatization, so that there will be many constructive and attractive alternatives to the stereotypic real man image of the reigning hegemonic masculinity.
Well,
Oh my
there can't be, because it's all toxic. We just learned this.
Yeah.
And
What
it
is
all fosters patriarchy.
that? I've always heard toxic masculinity. What is good masculinity?
Yeah, what is pH balanced
No.
masculinity?
Good masculinity is femininity.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, well, it's one that accepts feminism, is what it is.
Yeah, the only kind of acceptable masculinity is when it's feminine and has and a woman with a penis. That's your acceptable masculinity.
It's like Scribe used to say, men are just broken women, boys are just broken girls.
Yeah.
It's really really sick when you just think about it that way.
I like Frosted's comment.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with it.
All right. And now it's time for the last game of the night, and my
The
personal
best
favorite.
game of the night.
That's right. And that is, let's see, Poe or No Gender
Oh no,
Edition,
gender edition.
Ooh, gender edition.
Hooray!
where I'll give
Yeah.
Ironic hooray.
where I'll give you 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIA wiki, meaning they're 100% real, and 1 I made up. And you have to figure out which one is made up.
I was to say, do I need to play fact checker again like last time about sexualities?
And I'll even give you a short description of each one.
Oh, okay, good.
All right, so gender A. Ketchum gender.
Oh no!
Oh my
No.
god.
Pokemon
Neurogen-
gender?
Neurogender related to the character Ash Ketchum from Pokemon.
I knew it. No.
All right.
That one is real. That one is real.
Pokemon go to the polls.
Pokemon go to the proper gendered bathroom.
All right. Gender 2, or gender B, rather. Resident gender. A xenogender, where one's gender feels strongly connected to the horror game franchise Resident Evil.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
No! No! I'm gonna guess right now that one's the fake one because Frost had watched an advertisement for the new Resident Evil movie.
Ah,
And gender C, combat gender. Xenogender related to the video game series Mortal Kombat.
I was gonna ask if it was gonna be spelled C or K.
Well, let's see.
All
right.
I
And
think
I'll
I
start-
love how these are all video game genders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll start the polls so that the chat can get in on it.
Oof. I think that A and C are definitely real, but I have a problem with B for some reason. I think that B
Yeah.
is fake.
I think the major reason why is because at least Ash is a human,
Yeah.
and ostensibly speaking, all the characters in Mortal Kombat are at least human or humanoid.
Yeah.
Whereas Resident Evil, there's zombies and like lickers are these like horrible like human gecko things with their brains outside their body. I think it's B.
All right.
I'm gonna go C.
All right. So Quiz says B, Terry says C, Jack and
Kyler
I say-
says he doesn't want to live on this planet anymore.
I say B.
The what's his Farnsworth defense.
Yeah.
All right, and
I don't want to
Jack?
live on this planet anymore.
Oh, I didn't go B.
All right. And let's see. Looks like the chat is tied between A and C.
See, Kyler just said, "Isn't there an option for they're all fake?" I would say, yeah, it sounds like they're all fake, but we all know they're all of them are fake.
No, they're totally real. They're on the wiki and everything.
Yeah, if it's on the wiki, it must be true.
Can I be a Farnsworth gender?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, part of my gender expression is not wanting to live on this planet anymore.
All right.
I love how that one line from I mean, there are a lot of famous lines from Futurama, but that one line in particular seems to be like the most famous one.
Oh,
Yeah,
wouldn't
seems
the
like-
funniest gender be like Bender gender?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
Well, there is the
Well,
I'm shocked.
Bender
but not that
gender
shocked.
benders all the time.
Yeah.
It would be.
No,
it
there's-
would be. It would
Shut up
be.
and take my money is another one.
Yeah, shut up
Yeah,
and
shut up
take.
and take
That's
my
what I
money.
was
Yeah.
thinking of.
Yeah,
All
I'm gonna say, but see, that's the thing. Bender gender bends all the time. So would you being a Bender gender mean that you would be a Bender gender?
Stop! You're confusing me.
And the
Especially
answer-
if Bender is wanting to be the wrestler one. You know? I'm a toughie.
Mr. Jack says he's Bender gender because my gender is defined by you kissing my shiny metal
Shiny metal
ass.
ass. That's a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and the answer is. Oops, I forgot to move it. C is fake.
Ah, you got me, you bastard.
Oh man,
No,
someone
it's
was
A is
totally-
fake. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
There.
Someone wants to be zombie gender. Okay, got it.
No, I've won twice now in the same stream. I'm stream champion.
Stream champion.
All right, so here is the Ketchum gender flag.
Oh God! It's got to have the hat. It's got to be the hat.
The restroom signs are gonna be
What the
hilarious.
fuck? No, I was expecting that they'd be that stupid symbol on the hat.
Yeah.
middle.
And
Well-
there's the resident gender flag.
Oh God!
And,
Oh,
Come on!
and for the record, resident gender can also be called C-virus gender, according to the wiki.
Wait, what is C virus?
I don't know. I never
Yeah.
played any
'Cause
of
we
the
all-
games.
We all know T virus, but it's a C
Yeah.
virus.
I-
but anyway, speaking of viruses, that was Poe No Gender Edition.
So now I need to see if Mortal Kombat gender is a thing.
Oh, it will be now because you can create one on that site and
All
make
right.
the symbol in the middle of the flag like Scorpion's spear or his little thing that he throws. His little
No,
harpoon.
no, it would be the dragon. Mortal
Oh, of
Kombat.
course,
Yeah.
of course.
but like a Fey version.
Yeah.
I love just typing in, just Googling combat gender spelled with K. Gets from Barbie to Mortal Kombat. MIT Press.
Oh, jeez.
What? How
So-
assumptions about gender and technology shape design and development.
So
You know, it's-
so is
it's-
there a combat gender in the wiki?
Not that I've seen. Nope.
All right.
You know, it's funny because these people,
Oh, it's a book from
There-
Barbie to Mortal Kombat: Gender in Computer Games.
there are people who would deny that they support this kind of stuff all day long. All you have to do is say, okay, well, do you disagree with it then? And they won't say they disagree with it. People, they will never disagree with the leftist doctrine. Oh, sorry, the progressive doctrine. Hey, I'm pretty good about not saying it, Quiz.
Only when I'm around, I notice.
I've been trying. Give me credit. I've been trying.
But what, saying with the thing that we live in?
What?
What is society?
Yeah, that's
Oh no, we live in one.
I feel like tragic opera music should play whenever that's said.
I heard a gunshot.
All right. And now
Get
time
what you
for our-
fucking deserve.
And now time for our last article where, we ask a question that, everybody asks once in a while. And that question is, what age is too young to transition?
Anything under 35.
Anything.
17.
Anything, period. You're a goddamn freak if you think you need to fucking change your goddamn gender.
I can see it being an actual diagnosed disorder. I mean, to invalidate it is wrong, I think. But at the same time, someone making that decision for someone else is a sociopath.
Yeah.
That is something that someone there's a decision that someone makes, or a feeling that they get after talking with their therapist and receiving the therapy that they desperately need.
But Quiz, even if that's the case, we no longer. Oh shit! I was almost gonna say we no
live in a
longer
society.
we no longer live in a society. I'm gonna say it anyway. We no longer live in a society that makes that sort of reasonable, well-measured response possible. Because
okay, but-
you
I want to know one thing. How come everyone who transitions always transitions into either male or female? Why does no one transition into Ketchum gender?
Well,
right.
they do, don't they? I mean, Riley Dennis keeps on talking about how she's got horrible gender dysphoria. Whatever. Has horrible gender dysphoria while also not wanting to get rid of his penis.
Yeah.
it's The problem is that you have the what do you call it? The parents who are crazy, who will try and convince their male son that he's a girl, and then one day in the classroom he picks up a Barbie doll by accident. So now the teacher, because the school system is so filled with these nutter butters, is trying to convince him that he's a girl, and then he goes to a counselor, and the counselor is crazy as well, and so that he'll try and convince him he's a girl. Kid's got no fucking chance. And by the time that they get old enough to realize that, first of all, A, he's been manipulated, and B, he is not actually a girl, he's just a boy. By the time he gets to that point, and by the time his hormones stop developing to the point that he's changing his mind on everything every 5 minutes, it's too late, because they've already started giving him puberty blockers, and they've already made him a sterile human being. What chance does a kid have in this world now? It's absurd.
Yeah, but they're a
Well-
woman now, so they're better.
To be fair with all of that is it's really the person who you can lay the blame at is the parents overall. Regardless of what a teacher says, you could sit there and, a teacher comes and says, I think that your son is trans, that he's actually a girl trapped in a boy's body. You can look at him and say, you're a fucking nut, and pull your kid out of school.
Well, yeah, but remember now, the teachers are trying to prevent their parents from knowing what's going on.
Yeah. I don't know.
And the therapist isn't going to talk about that stuff to their parents.
There's been a fundamental breakdown when it comes to this kind of stuff too, in the fact that this happened under Trump's watch. So all you people that are deifying Trump need to own this shit. Is the declassification of gender dysphoria as a mental illness.
Yeah.
Donald
Trump
can get your gender dysphoria pills, your hormone blockers, OTC.
The thing is, I have trouble blaming it all on Donald Trump, because though it did happen under his watch, there was a lot of subversion going on under his watch.
Don't deify the man. He fucked up.
Oh no, I don't deify him one bit, but the fact is that there's only so much one human being can do, and considering that this problem extends to every single facet of society at this point, every single place, every single one, every game you play, every institution you go to, every
step you take,
segment
every
of
breath you
government.
take.
I was waiting for that.
I was waiting for it too. Yeah, I was gonna say I'll be watching
God
you.
damn it!
I'll be watching.
Anyway, it's Trump was in fact one man, and there was so much fucked up that frankly he probably wasn't even aware of. I mean, the fact is that if you watch Fox News for the last 5 years, you weren't aware of most of this stuff either until it was around, until it was far too late.
The major problem that you've got to consider too is that this was all done on his watch, because it was done through executive office agencies. This wasn't something that was passed by Congress.
Yeah.
So yes, he does hold all the blame for it. Shit rolls
Plus,
downhill, man. You can sit there and say it was the joint secretary who signed the order. It came from the top, man. Came from the top.
I mean, the new DSM sucks in general. They got rid of Asperger's too.
I think that Donald Trump's biggest mistake in office was not getting rid of all these stupid fucking departments. The Department of Education, gone. FBI, gone. Just all those awful departments that have just been
anarchy.
fucking everything up.
Anarchy everywhere.
No. Not anarchy. But there are a lot of pointless departments in our society. God damn it!
Because we do.
Anarchy is for the UK. Sex Pistols made that very clear.
Yeah. No, it was only in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not for the UK.
For many transgender women today, there are features they wish they could change. Age took its toll, bringing with it irreversible bone structures and upper body build that estrogen cannot undo. For many who transitioned past their 20s, age was their number one enemy. So why are we gatekeeping transgender kids from going through correct gendered puberty?
Because it will irrevocably fuck up their body. You just admitted that.
But for the right reasons, though. For the many trans kids who are suffering in silence, I write.
Oh my god!
Can you get more pretentious?
Just,
Wow.
Climb down off that cross. Jesus needs it.
I'm just giving a big ol' wank mime here.
For many people who oppose the rights of kids to transition, their rebuttal is age of discernment. We live in a country where many activities are age dependent, drinking, driving, and so on.
Whoa, big difference, fucker. Big difference.
The implication of this behavior is we assume all children develop at an equal rate. It is wrong. Okay, this is starting to sound like
It's starting to
map
sound like
shit.
map territory. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm glad we were on the same page there.
I had a feeling from the title, but
Yeah, I just assumed that's where it was.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
some 10-year-olds are mature enough to consent.
I mean, age is only a number.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my god! Just please don't harm a child author.
Let's see. Kids reach milestones at an individual pace. Plus, transgender kids realize how different they are from an early age. They recall how they long to be the opposite sex or have this deep admiration for the opposite sex long before they can put these experiences into words.
So
In
if you
other
play
words, their
doctor,
parents put it into words for them.
Yeah.
if you play doctor, you know what that means. It means you need to get your dick cut off.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not like they could just be going through a phase, or hell, maybe they're just gay, you know.
My breakfast cereal told me that. Dr. Kellogg, the dude that popularized circumcision in the United States among non-Jewish people simply because he said that it would stop men from masturbating. You're in the same ballpark as fucking Kellogg, author. Are you sure that this is the track you want?
I
The
could say,
guy-
I
the
could
guy
say for
who's-
certain that Kellogg was wrong about that.
Exactly.
the guy who stuffed cornflakes into your mattress because it would make your mattress make sounds whenever you jerked off.
Ew.
Stays crunchy even in, well, I'm not going to finish that.
Even when soggy.
No, I don't need to know.
All right. Let's see. When a kid experiences dysphoria about toys that seem masculine and would rather have a Barbie doll, that might be a telltale sign that child is different. However, for most parents, their reaction is to break the will of these children and enforce gender conformity.
Wait.
What-
We have been told for so fucking long that if a boy wants to play with a Barbie doll, that doesn't mean he's gay or anything. That doesn't mean he's not masculine. He just wants to play with a Barbie doll. It's a non-gendered thing. It's a non-gendered thing to do. Now
but
we're
just-
being told if he's playing with a Barbie doll, he should get his dick lobbed off.
Well, I mean, you gotta
Well, yeah.
err on the side of caution, just in case.
Oh my
But you gotta
fucking
remember,
God.
they think guys should get their dicks cut off regardless. They just don't
It-
like men.
Every
Yeah.
argument these people make to sound innocuous, like it's not a big deal, is always going to roll downhill and become a monster. And
Well-
it's the slippery slope is real, folks. It's totally real.
What you mean is that the innocuous sounding arguments they're making sound sinister in nature.
Yeah.
And it's hard to refute because it does. It does sound sinister in nature. Sitting there saying, "Oh, just playing with a Barbie doll doesn't mean that he's gay. He just wants to play with a Barbie doll." Well, no, now, if you're playing with a Barbie doll, that could be a telltale sign that he's transgender. So we need to get him on hormone blockers right now at 5 years old. Are you fucking insane?
Yes, they are. Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
What didn't hormone blockers used to be like a punishment back in the old days?
I don't
Like
know
if
about that.
like
I
if you
don't
were
know.
found guilty of being gay or whatever, they would put you on that.
Yeah,
I thought there was like castration or
chemical
Oh, yeah,
castration. I know
that's
that was
what it
the
is.
thing.
It's chemical castration. Yeah.
No, I'm talking like actual castration. They used to turn you into a eunuch.
Well, maybe not that old of days.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking like early 20th century or something. You know.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
like
don't know about that.
didn't they do chemical castration to the guy who originally made the computer?
Turing.
Turing, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they do chemical castration to him?
Yeah,
I don't
they
know.
did.
I'm not.
I think so.
They did.
Was it
Yeah.
because he showed too much signs of being artificially intelligent?
No, he was gay, and that was a crime.
Yeah, that was very sad.
Yeah. But I mean, today we do it to children.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh
You
my
know,
god, society is so fucked.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
You know why? Because we live in one.
Mm.
God damn it, Quiz.
Wow, he didn't even notice that time. What this does to these children is to create shame. Your enforcement of correct gender behavior does not change identity in transgender kids. What it brings is self-shame about who they are. I studied psychology as a first degree and learned that shame never works in correcting any behavior. I always have...
Except when you do it to
That-
men. Except when you do it to men.
Yeah, except for when you do it to men. That sentence bothers the shit out of me.
Hmm?
Hold on, let me find it. The one in particular, one that pisses me off. Does not change gender identity in transgender kids. What it does is it brings out self-shame about who they are. You're being redundant.
Yeah.
Self-shame. What it does,
oxymoronic.
it brings out self-shame in someone else.
Let's see. I always have to remind people that shaming an individual makes them secretive and less trusting of you. It would never change the gender identity of transgender kids. It could cause repression of these behaviors, but
What?
never change.
What is the purpose of this article if not to shame people?
Not only that, has this person never heard of that one where I can't remember the name of the kid, but it's a horrible story.
This David Reimer?
Yeah, the one that was born intersex, and they transitioned him to full female, and
Yeah.
yet the entire time he felt like he was male, but kept on being told that he was female, and then
Yeah.
almost like someone else telling someone what their gender identity is, and not they themselves telling everyone else what their gender identity is somewhat, I don't know, bad and ends in suicide.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And we've seen that all over the place. Like, remember the kid that the mom said that he was a girl whenever he was around her, but whenever the kid was around the father, he just wanted to be a regular boy. And so he was, and this went through the court system basically, and they sided with the fucking mother, even though it was very clear that he was being coached.
Well, the suicide rates are just because of transphobia. Everybody knows that.
I forgot.
Let's see.
It's not like it could be a mental illness or anything. No.
Gender identity is one's essence, and shame cannot undo that. The excuse that they are still young is a flimsy one. Children are not too young to realize they are different.
No, okay, it's not the fact that they're too young to realize they're different. It's because their body is going through incredible changes, and fucking with their hormones will irrevocably fuck up their body for the rest of their lives. That's not the problem.
Let's put it this way. My 5-year-old might say that he's Spider-Man, but he's not Spider-Man.
He's Spider-Man gender.
If you can
It's
believe
Spider-Man
that
gender, I think.
medium, a 5-year-old is not Spider-Man.
Well,
By the very nature of him not being Spider-Man, he just thinks he is because he's 5 fucking years old.
Jack, I think
Gender
the kid
wiki.
knows what he feels like. So basically, you have to take irradiated spiders and throw them at him so that he can become Spider-Man and not be dysphoric.
Jesus H. Christ.
You know, I think
only
it's
way.
probably a faux pas to try and put Spider-Man in on looking for the gender wiki.
Spider
Simply because it's got man. I wonder what I'll get just by putting in spider. No results. What?
Spider Mexin.
Spider mixing, yeah.
Mixing.
Dante brings up a good point. They used to do chemical castration to pedophiles, and now the pedos are doing it to kids in the name of progressiveness. That fucked up?
I'm just picturing Jack like microwaving spiders and tossing them at kids.
Faithless suggests Spider Zer.
Jeez.
Wait, hold on. I think I might have found something here.
Here we
scroll
go.
through.
Well, I know for a fact that there are spider-related ones.
There has
Of
to
course.
be. There has to be.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's soda gender. A gender that feels fizzy, happy, bubbly, and energetic, similar to soda pop.
You're giving away all the future ones.
Let me just cross that one off my list for future episodes. Let's see.
No, there is no Spider-Man gender. Okay.
Dante suggests
get on that.
arachnogender.
Oh,
the
that's a
best-
good point.
The best gender has already been on the show, which is clearly Royal Faggot.
I don't know. I also like Shakespearean.
Shakespeare.
Shakespearean, yeah. That one.
Beautiful.
All right. Let's see. Children are not too young to realize they are different. Why then does society gatekeep transgender care from them? This same society expects them to read and pass the SAT and other standardized tests. If we believe children are mentally capable of those, then they are aware of themselves. For many parents, being transgender is giving in to a social malaise. They could not be more wrong. An extension of transphobia is to deny the very essence of transgender people. In a world where transgender hate crimes are very rampant, supporting your
Name them.
Huh?
Give me metrics here. Very rampant.
One happened last year. Didn't you know?
I'm very dubious about that claim about transgender hate crimes being rampant.
Oh, they say everything is rampant.
But
Hate crimes are rampant. White on black crime is rampant. And don't expect facts from these people.
They said very rampant, okay?
Yeah, that's a qualifier.
Too.
Let's see. Supporting your transgender kids seems to me like the most rational thing to do. That support means ensuring your transgender kids get access to hormones early so they can be read socially as the gender they identify.
No.
Many transgender kids who become successful owe that to parental support. How many
No.
transgender kids are successful?
Don't you know of all those transgender CEOs? Because if one thing qualifies you to run a major company, it's not knowing any shit about yourself. Because constant questioning of your own capacity is a great sign in a future leader.
Oh, definitely.
When children start hormones at an age similar to normal puberty, many unwanted effects of testosterone never rear their heads. These children would not have to navigate the world being scared about their voice, the size of their prominentia laryngia or Adam's apple, the build of their upper body. These are worries that people who transition in later years have to navigate.
Let's not forget the other unwanted effect of testosterone, masculinity.
Yeah.
Especially toxic ones. I mean, it's your venom glands, guys.
Yeah.
There is no other kind. All masculinity is toxic to these people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, I didn't even know it. I mean, men are, venomous. We didn't even know that, guys.
Yeah.
The male species of Homo sapien is venomous.
Wait, is that what the Venom movie was about?
Yeah.
The implications of having features that cause you to be misgendered could worsen mental health, lead to depression, expose you to hate crimes, and so much more. By allowing your kids to choose themselves, you are preparing a tomorrow for them, where they can thrive and blend into society without raising so many suspicions.
Choose themselves. Themselves. You just admitted the reason why everything you were saying in the previous entire article is complete and total garbage. Because you're trying to make it seem like the parents should be proactive and get the kids involved in their fucking hormone blockers and shit like that. Whereas you're saying in that one sentence the exact 180 and saying the kid needs to choose for themselves. So let the kid choose when they're ready for fucking hormone blockers. And you know what? I'm perfectly fine with that too.
No,
But
see,
they need to do it under the supervision of a fucking psychiatrist.
no. See, what you don't understand, 5-year-olds have already chosen for themselves. They just don't have the words to express that to their parents.
Ah,
But that's
okay.
why the parents have to step in as interpreter and say, well, clearly he wants to be a girl because who would want to be a boy? Because that's disgusting.
He just
Yeah,
shat
that-
his pants.
That's called being an ally.
What does that
Yes,
say about his
exactly.
mental state? Shitting your pants.
Well, that just means he's going to be the future president of the United States of America.
Ah, got it. Okay.
Many children
Sorry.
Many children display signs of cross-sex behaviors at an early age. Many parents see this as a phase until it is not. When a child confides in you about their gender, a better step is to delay puberty. It is wrong.
Oh, yeah. Great idea.
It is wrong.
No
to
kid
threaten-
is going to sit his parent down and sit there and say, I question my gender. You're using extremely adult abstract ideas for the mentality of a child, someone whose brain is still mush.
Well, that's
No,
why
I
you have to
remember
play
when
it
I was
safe
5,
and
I
assume
went-
it.
When I was 5, I went to my mum and said, I find patriarchal gender norms to be overly constrictive and I would appreciate more freedom. And then,
Hey,
like
And
a
everyone
bigot,
on the
she
bus
said,
stood
"Shut
up and clapped.
Yeah.
Quiz, I think you're forgetting one important thing. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera...
I just wanted to see how long you were going to do that.
I can sit here and recite beat poetry for you. I mean,
Let's see. It is wrong to threaten or chase them out of the home. Sadly, many kids are driven out from parental affection into the cruelty of the world when they come out as transgender. The heartlessness of such actions is too grave for me to explain. Lupron and other puberty blockers can cause puberty. But
what?
puberty
Is that like a
blockers
negative-
cause puberty?
Is that like a negative
Oh,
to the negative equals to positive?
Pause. They pause puberty. My bad.
Okay.
I was gonna say that's a bad puberty
Oh, so-
blocker.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That they do not cause any unhealthy changes and are safe.
Almost as safe as the vaccine.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All puberty
It's
blockers.
safe because science says so.
Yeah. Trust the science.
All puberty blockers do is delay puberty. If your child grows up and decides that is not the path they
Uh,
want, they get off.
What?
Huh?
What?
Again, okay.
You,
Which is it? Which is it? Okay.
Puberty is not something you delay. You only
Is-
get one bite at the apple. Either you go through it or you do not.
You
Which-
only get
which-
one
which
shot.
is
Do
it?
not miss your chance.
Mom spaghetti. Which is it? Okay. Are you born this way, or is it a decision?
Why would they have to change their minds if they're obviously so sure, so early on?
See
Yeah.
that's the whole crux of the argument here, is that you can't have it both ways. You can't sit there and say I'm born this way, accept it, and oh, it's fine if you don't want to make that decision. You can always change it. It's one or the other. We're not playing a game where everyone wins here. All right, it's one or the other. You can't have it both ways. And shit
This is
like
tell-
this that's getting me fucking torqued about the idea that these people are out there trying to make decisions about how your child will grow up
No.
and
This is
mature.
Calvin Ball. We make up the rules as we go along.
Let's see. However, many children know they are transgender, and this drug prevents them from watching their body morph into something that creates mental and physical dysphoria for them. So my gentle advice to parents is rather than be the mean one, block puberty.
Oh no, you're an idiot.
This is
You know,
was it
I
Brianna Wu? Someone was saying that all
You
kids should
don't-
just automatically be given puberty blockers until they can. Oh no, it was that other one. I forget her name. But yeah, she was saying all kids should just be automatically given puberty blockers until they can decide what gender they want to be.
the more these people talk, the more I start to suspect that the entire progressive movement is just a case for mass sterilization.
Zinnia Jones, that was the name of the person that was advocating everyone get put on puberty blockers.
Mental and physical dysphoria are something that you need to work through with your therapist about whether or not, number one, you even have it, and number two, how best to deal with it. Okay? These are things that a therapist is licensed and practiced enough to be able to work with you on. All right? You growing up with your puberty taking place is not something that will create mental and physical dysphoria for you. It is something that is brought about because you have realized you have dysphoria after the fact. Do you not get this?
Honestly, at this point, I remember there being a therapist who remember the lady who put bleach in her eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think of when I think of therapists making decisions on these issues. I can't trust a therapist because they can be very much ideologically driven.
Yeah, and that's also a break of the Hippocratic Oath for them, because they do have to take
Well,
it.
it doesn't matter because the very people who espouse these kinds of ideas don't care about oaths or consistency. They just care about the tribe and the party line.
That's also the reason why you need to very, very, very carefully vet your therapist.
Yeah, I know.
To society, that child might be another late bloomer. For the child, it is a lifetime of appreciation and love for you.
No, shut up.
To conclude, there is no age that is too young to transition.
Yes,
oh
there
my
is.
god.
Yes,
Pedophile.
I wish I could go back in time. I was one of the few neotenic children, but many people are not neotenic.
The fuck is neotenic?
You got me.
Is it like maybe like premature? I don't know. I'll have
The-
to look it up.
This person should be chemically castrated.
Neoteny.
No, they want
Matt. Neoteny. Retention of
Retention of
some
juvenile
larval. Retention
No,
of some larval or immature characteristics in adulthood,
Yeah.
or attainment of sexual maturity during larval stage. So that when they were a larval, when they were a larva, they achieved sexual maturity, guys. Yeah.
that. Right.
That's
What's
creepy.
larval stage?
Yeah.
So
the
this
human-
person actually is a pedophile.
The
Okay.
human larva, yeah. The human larva meant that before they pupated into their before they emerged from their chrysalis, they had their proper working ghibli bits.
Just said. Jack, entertain the audience.
Speaking
Oh,
of
shit.
Gamer Valine, by the way, I bought Forever War. I've only gotten a chapter into it right now, but yeah, I do have that on my list of things to read.
Is this that book that basically supposedly predicted everything that's going on right now?
There's a lot of stuff like that, and it's also sci-fi sort of. Robert Heinlein cites it as a work that he wishes he was inspired by when it came to writing Starship Troopers. So
All right. Okay, I'm back.
there's a little bit of political satire, a little bit of it's all about essentially the Vietnam War, but yeah, it's all sci-fi oriented.
All right. Let's see. Many changes are irreversible. Skeletal, bone, voice, pitch, and many do not change with estrogen. So rather than please society, why not listen to that child? Sometimes parents forget that their version of love might not always be the best. Sometimes.
Just completely throw your version of love out and adopt this author's version of love, guys.
No, I like how they say many things do not change with estrogen. Well, what about the ones that do? Like becoming sterile.
They don't care.
Or weakening bone structure, or
Sometimes all parents have to do is listen to children. Hopefully, we get to that stage in society where transgender kids do not have to
Because
look
we live in one.
transgender. What?
because we live in one.
One step at a time, we could achieve this. But the next time someone discusses how young children are to transition, tell them about puberty blockers. Remind them that children have a degree of self-knowledge. That knowledge might be plastic and developing, but it is there. Let us stop painting children as unintelligent. They are much more emotionally developed than that.
Wait. So they have developing knowledge. Do you know what developing knowledge is called? Ignorance. That's what developing knowledge is.
Yeah, but they're
Yeah.
intelligent.
Yeah, and they're sure about this. Unless they change their mind, in which case they can stop puberty blockers.
Yeah,
Just have
because
puberty like normal.
yeah, because when you've been having puberty blockers for 5 years and decide that you want to be the actual sex that you are, that could just turn off immediately, and everything will be normal, and nothing will be altered in any meaningful way.
And
Says
certainly won't fuck up
no
your body
respectable
at all.
doctor.
I still think that this person is a larval person.
I still think they're a pedophile.
Now they're larvae. I mean, neoteny. That just proves it. I mean, retention of some larval or immature characteristics in adulthood. They have their larval characteristics, as an adult.
You're so full of logic, sir. Hold to me.
All right.
I still want to see and how many people actually respond to you.
I get responses sometimes. They're seldom, good responses, but All right, but that's all I have for
Because they're
tonight,
not
gentlemen.
nearly as funny as we are.
That's all I have for tonight. So I'll take a minute to shill my co-host and guest. Jack Gunsky has Crippers United on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern on his channel. Let's see. Moonshock has his Twitch channel where he plays games that aren't as good as Super Seducer. Linked in the
Mhm.
description. Let's see. Terry is on Johnny Hellcat streams. He's on Della Hayes and One Ton Hammer's Minions of the Zoo streams. He's on Six's Sober streams. He's on Crippers United. And I think that's it, right?
Basically, the only thing he isn't on is on my nights. So, I'm just saying.
Yeah, what the hell?
Um,
What the hell, Terry?
Yeah, Terry.
Basically, if someone sends me a link, I'll happily join the stream. It's just I'm generally not going to ask to be on. So, yeah, send me a link and I'll happily be on your nights.
I usually do it through Discord, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably why then, because I don't use Discord.
Yeah, he'll ask if anybody wants to stream, and then people that respond, he'll have them on.
All right, and anything you want to show, Quiz?
Minions of the Zoo on Mondays. I paint things. You can come watch paint dry.
No, that's Will's show.
Oh,
Wait, so Will is Johnny Hellcat and Quiz?
Apparently so.
This conspiracy runs deep. I mean, is anyone not the same person as someone else?
well, we've never seen Jack Cochran and Hate Camel in the same room at the same time. So
Agreed. I'm actually the one who came up with that.
I know you are. And I bring it up every time Hate Camel's on Minions.
So does this mean that when Johnny Hellcat and Hate Cam are streaming together, it's really Quiz and Jack Cochran?
Yes. Yeah, it's a partial CBC reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we just need to figure out who is also Polly and get them in.
Wasn't that P Dog Night?
Yes, I believe you're right. So we need to get P-Dog. P-Dog, Johnny, and Camel for a CBC stream.
For a CBC reunion, yeah.
It'll be a CBC cover band.
With all the original members.
I actually would like to see that. I'd like to see Hate Camel, Johnny Hellcat, and P Dog Night talking about comic books.
We got to make this happen. Twitter, make this happen. I command thee.
All right, and we'll be on again next week, same time, Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you
Let's
later,
wait for you
everybody.
to join us, people.
Bye.
Bye.